right here with Starship West. I'm holding it down right now for the Wolves of Naptown. I have in studio, or really at her studio, don't tell anybody, in studio, I have the wonderful Miss Tiara Winters.
Hey now, what's going on? This is Tiara, also known as Madame Bosslady, Indianapolis, coming at you live.
There you go. We're going to be talking with her about all kinds of just crazy stuff. I'm telling you, this is an episode you really, really, truly do not want to miss. Make sure that you don't turn away. You've already listened to about 30 seconds of this. Come on, please. This is going to be a great episode. It's going to be a great episode. Now, for all you people that get offended, let me go ahead and hit you with this.
The Wolves of Naptown podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed here are not intended as factual information, and it's essential to do your own research.
It's not facts.
We respect cultural differences, personal choices, and beliefs.
Tara's got me looking at a nose right now.
And although we do not intentionally try to offend, we understand that it's very possible we may do so. Remember, we are not revealing anything about ourselves. Our goal is to entertain. Please listen with caution and enjoy the show.
There you go.
Wolves of Naptown. Wolves of Naptown.
We're going to have a great episode today. A really, really great episode today. I really can't wait to get into it. Wolves of Naptown. You hear the Grand Wolf? Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Brand new episode. We're auditioning people. Hopefully I can find a new co-host. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Wolves of Naptown. That's how we do it. Now, you think we're done. But no, we're not done yet. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and get some applause going here for everybody that's come back here and listened to another new episode of the Wolves of Naptown. I am your host, Starship West. Hey, yeah, keep clapping for me, motherfuckers. Right. And right next to me, I have the wonderful Miss Tiara Winters. Let's go ahead and clap it up. You see how the hair looking? This is her right there. Okay. It's her right there, right? You know what I'm saying? You see the hair on my page, and you see it on her page too. I like that big ass head. Got them most of the time it's mine.
What?
I know, that did sound a little crazy. That's okay. That's what we're doing right here. All right. So, Tiara, before we get into this, thank you for coming on to the show.
Absolutely.
Why don't you go ahead, tell the world out there a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Tiara. I run a business. It is Madame Bosslady LLC, and I am a hairstylist, a real estate investor, and at this point, I am selling digital products. So, yeah, holler at your girl.
All right. So, are there any like websites or any like contact on where they can, get on this stuff and find out more about it?
Well, you can catch me on TikTok. You can go to the link in bio on TikTok and find exactly what you need as far as digital products go. And then vibehairstudio.shop if you want to book an appointment with your girl. All
right. And what's the TikTok handle?
Madame.Bosslady.
Madame.Bosslady. So you go ahead and run up those numbers here on TikTok. I guess I might as well promote my shit too. Mine as well. You can find me, Starship West. Hey, quit with me. You need to follow me. You need to follow me. Hey, I'm on Facebook, Starship West. I'm on TikTok, Starship West. I'm on Instagram, Starship West. You see the vibes. Come on, there's no reason. Run them numbers up.
Run them up.
Run numbers up. So, Tiara, how long have we known each other? Man, I'm thinking probably 10, 12 years.
Easy 10 or 12 years.
Yeah. I came in here and the stylist that started my hair, I don't know what happened. She just went missing. Maybe she got locked up. I don't know. If you listen to us right now, hey, I'm doing good. My hair is great.
Come on.
I'm doing good. My hair is great. But I've been coming in here for about 12 years. When you see me looking good, on social media, all those thirst trap pictures, this is the reason why the hair is just flowing and shit. Hey, my be stopping in their tracks. So like, I can't even speak. Can't even speak to me. You're like, I'll be like, okay, I'll be like too if they look good too. But it's always the hair. It's always the hair. And hey, the one thing I don't know much about my dad, but I know that still got his hair. So, hey.
Silly.
Oh my goodness. So Tierra, before we really get into this, man, what has been going on with you? I want to say since we last seen each other, but these ain't heard from me for about 5 weeks or whatever. So what is going on in your world right now?
Okay, so I'm a new grandma. 1.5 days grandma, y'all. I've been looking for
clap
being
it up
a
for
grandma.
that.
I don't even know how long. I ain't never wished on somebody else's uterus in my life like I had my Y'all better pop something now. But yeah, I'm a new grandma, and I am extremely excited about that.
All right. We gotta get Tierra to put her phone down because she is on camera right now looking at her phone.
But I'm holding my own. Don't play with me.
You don't know. I think she probably just not realizing that right there.
I'm holding my own. Don't play.
All right. So what else has been going on? So new grandmama, what else has been going on with you?
I mean, I'm just living life, trying to make it out here, trying to, conjure up a way to make life happen. That's it. Just
Conjure
doing
up
better.
a way to make life happen.
Yeah, I mean, what's new? I'm that girl who's going to take a chance on myself and try to, venture out into a new business and make it happen. Like, that's what it is.
I feel that. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, she's got a lot more businesses. She ain't even just said yet. I ain't gonna bust them out. She had opportunities to pump what she want to pump. You know what I mean? And we still got more show left. But I'm telling you, if there's someone that grinds hard and grinds harder, this is the woman right here.
I do grind.
There you go. All right. So we talked about a few things that we could talk about in this podcast episode. And let me tell you, years of coming into this shop and getting styled, we done had some doozies. I swear, I really should just set up a camera and just have it pointed up and just really just going to just have
really
sessions from the chair. I mean, we could do that. In fact, that might be a show.
That
might
honestly,
be a show.
ain't that what you come to the salon for? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't gossip. I'm not one who gossips about a lot of stuff. I just feel like real topics are real topics. So I don't do a bunch of gossiping. We talk about real life stuff. So if you sit down and you got an issue or whatnot, I'm going to give you my honest opinion from my perspective.
I know that's right. And I'll give you an honest opinion back and feedback on your opinion of my perspective. You know what I mean? If that even made sense. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we happen. We somewhat live here. So, hey, let's just keep rolling. As far as what happened with me, hey, you know what? I've been flying this ship solo for a minute. And if I feel like I ain't got nothing to say, I'm not going to come out here and just make you listen to some. All right. That's what's up. I got so much going on and you're going to be hearing about it. I know the next place you're going to see me at, if you're in the Indianapolis area, I will be at the Juvenile concert over at the Old National Center. I believe that's on September the 6th. You will see me there. As always, if you're looking for me, look towards the front. We don't
backseat nowhere.
Look towards the front if you see me. So that's my next event, and that's coming up here soon. We got a bunch of other events that are coming in. I think we got Maxwell and October London coming in October. Technically, right here.
Picture that.
Right. You know what I mean? We also have. Yes, I'm going to say Jelly Roll. Yes, I know that we got some white folks and some country folks that listen to us. You know what I'm saying? Some country white folks. If we got to get that specific, so Jelly Roll is coming down here.
Country music. Like,
in fact, I might go ahead and see Jelly Roll. I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, I started listening to more of his music and stuff, and I got somebody that's trying to get me into more country music.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mess around.
And because I like her, I'm going to go ahead and get into some more country music.
It's the same as rap, except we got a little, it's a little twist on it, but you won't feel you won't feel neglected.
I'm going to tell you.
They give you in country music. They give you.
Rap music has just made its way into almost every genre of music. And there's a lot of country, especially when I'm trying to get into a lot of the newer stuff. It sounds like they rapping, but just rapping like country twang,
Yeah, I mean, kind of, sort of. But it's just the feel of it. It's like a different feel. If you like rap, I don't see why you wouldn't like country. That's just my opinion.
I know that's right. All right, now. So let's go ahead and let's get into our first topic. Now, I'm going to let you know, this is a trigger alert. This whole episode might be a trigger alert, so just let me get that ready. Get that trigger siren, that trap siren ready. Because, hey, we getting ready we might set a few people off, all right?
Okay, but y'all know where we at.
I'm not even going to explain it. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to let you guys listen to a clip that Tierra sent me, and we're going to get into it, all right? So check this out.
So y'all know how Japan was asking for black men to come on over to Japan to help repopulate Japan because Japanese men's sperm is not working properly. Well, Poland went above and beyond and actually threw a mixer where black men can go around and dance with, white women and potentially start a family. This is crazy, y'all. Y'all see that? Right? Things on the planet is turning up. Y'all see it. And what's even crazier, every single TV show and movie I've been watching lately is literally promoting interracial couples. If you pay attention, you guys see this. You guys see this, right?
All right, my fault. I that up. We're going to start that again.
What happened? It's good. Okay.
Okay.
No
It
problem.
happens. See, this is a good thing about being a creative because y'all never going to see this. Maybe on the bloopers. Maybe on the bloopers. Y'all might see this on the bloopers. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start this over again because I f***ed up. That's all right. Cool. Whatever.
So y'all know how Japan was asking for black men to come on over to Japan to help repopulate Japan because Japanese men's sperm is not working properly. Well, Poland went above and beyond and actually threw a mixer where black men can go around and dance with, white women and potentially start a family. This is crazy, y'all. Y'all see that? Right? Things on the planet is turning up. Y'all see it. And what's even crazier, every single TV show and movie I've been watching lately is literally promoting interracial couples. If you pay attention, you guys see this. You guys see this, right? Back then, they didn't want us. Now it's hot. They all on us, right? Y'all see the planet warming it up, turn it up. Do you guys remember what Jane Elliott said?
The hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger. More and more sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma, which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin. Let me tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future.
You mean like 400 years ago?
Mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
It says Poland's fertility rate has been declining since 2021. In 2023, it was at its lowest in 30 years. The fertility rate was 1.3 births per woman of childbearing age, which is well below the 2.1 level that demographers say is needed for population stability. The age of Aquarius is bringing so much awareness into things that we have never seen before. Maybe that's why this reason this new light is here. It's wider, it's lighter, and it's helping us see a lot of things clearly. Everything that was hidden is coming to the surface. It seems that the whole world is in need of melanated people right now, y'all.
Wow. Okay. I had to let the Grand Wolf come out on that. So, Tierra. All right. So, let's talk about it. You sent this to me?
Okay.
Let's talk about it. So, yeah, there was a lot of things that are being said. So, just the gist of it, in case y'all kind of zoned out a little bit. Yeah. And, and the crazy thing is, I've had a conversation with this about one of my other friends. So, non-melanated people having a need to mix with black people. I'm going to just say, people with melanin in, but I mean, come on, with black people, in order for their children and their lineage to have melanin in their skin to protect them against the sun. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
I got it right.
That's right.
All right. So lay it on me. Like, how did this make you feel?
First off, this is where y'all start making deals. Why are we out here repopulating and making everybody else's situation better when we could be? You can get a bag from your sperm or whatever, like even for women, you can get a bag for having these kids. Like that's the first thing. That's in my business mind. That's what I would think.
Get in a bag?
Yeah, because think about it. If you're in demand, that's where supply and demand comes into play. When you're in demand, why would you not? That should be the height of where you would request.
But it seems like they're in demand. Well, at least, I'm saying the demand to get some.
They need black men.
Yeah.
So that's what
or maybe even black women. I mean, come on.
They need black people.
They need black
Where
people.
is my money? Run me that. That's how I think. And I'm like, if
maybe
you need them that bad, you throwing mixers. What are they doing? Flying them out? You flying them out and run the mixers so that you can. That's not the prize.
Maybe that's the prize.
No.
Hey man, come help. What I'm saying? Give us melanated
Absolutely
babies.
not.
What I'm saying, and you get to have saying a white woman as your wife.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, and I'm not saying that wouldn't be a thing. I'm saying this is at the very point when you should say, if I'm in demand, let me go ahead and get this bag. And I'm not talking no couple of $100. I'm talking about a bag, something that's going to change my life. Like what I'm about to do is going to change yours.
So would that make it okay? If somebody dropped the bag on you, let's just say, okay.
It would make it more okay than doing it for free. Why do we have the need to always give something away for free?
Well, maybe it's not giving it away.
It
It's like,
is.
you know what I'm saying? I give her, you know what I'm saying? I give her some, I give her this sperm. You know, she gives me her. You know, we get a family.
God.
Why?
Where in
another-
history has the Caucasian species, where have they done that? Where is anybody else who's more successful? They've not dropped gems on us.
Oh, I mean, I beg to differ. Ain't Eve like married to like some billionaire or something like that? Some white billionaire?
Isn't that a relationship? I'm talking about people.
I mean,
black
shoot.
people versus.
I mean, it's still a bag involved.
Yeah, that's one person.
Okay.
That's strategic on her part.
That's
She was in the right
strategic.
room.
She's not in love?
Yeah, well, she could be. But what I'm saying
She
is,
was in the
she
right
was in
room.
the right room. Well, I'm talking about if you're shipping people from
How
America.
you know this shit?
Anyway, you slice it. If you sending people from America
I promise
over
it's
to
not that type of episode.
to
yeah.
repopulate a whole, y'all did a whole mixer. You invited them through. Come on, check us out. Come on now, it's got to be more than just a flight over.
Hey
there.
man, we need some mixers here in Naptown, man. Give me a mixer out here. You know what I'm saying? All you single man, let's get some other single man, and let's get in the room, man, and not with them red balloons, man. I'm tired of that shit. Red balloons.
What?
Yeah, I know. That just came out of left field, right? You ain't heard about this red
No,
balloons?
I don't.
Okay, just real quick. We just pause on the melanated part. So it's like this thing here. It's like, so you see it a lot online. You're probably going to start seeing it now. We're talking about it. Now we're talking about it. So it's like this red balloon thing. So it's like you either send a woman in a room with like 10 or 20 different men or whatever, and it's like they can pop their balloon as soon as they want to. And if they pop their balloon, that means they're not interested. So sometimes people
is that
walking.
what that's about?
Yeah. So a lot of times it'd be like, you know, a lot of them I seen it would be like a guy would come in and it'd be like 20 different women. And as soon as he come in, it's like 3 or 4 women like pop, pop, pop. All right. It's like, before you even say anything, it's like, I'm done.
I kind of
You
saw
know
that,
what I
but
mean?
I didn't know what it was all about because I was like, what is, you know.
And then they go to ask him, well, why'd you pop your balloon? They be saying some shit like, oh man, he's too short. You know what I'm saying? His hair looks crazy. It's like, look what he got on or whatever. And then if they all pop him and the person, they are like, oh, okay, well, look, you ugly and this. And they just go, it's some real toxic shit.
Okay.
And the women be looking all distraught and stuff. And they be like, okay, why did you all pop your balloon for me? And be like, oh, well, you know, you're not really that cute. I mean, they really be on that shit. Anyway,
I did not know that's what was going on.
That's the red balloon. We can talk about that later, man. But back on melanated people, man. So, wow. So it just has to be the bag. So let me put you
No,
like this.
it doesn't have to be. What I'm saying is, too many times we get the short end of the stick as melanated black people. Why not? This is a perfect example of supply and demand. Why wouldn't we, if this is what you need in order to make your lineage, you know, what it is. Okay, so this is time for me to come up. I'm coming up, you come up. And why would it just be them coming up?
You make us sound like dogs, all right? So I mean, how much is this?
I don't know if it sounds like dog. It sounds like a business plan because I might not even like Caucasian people if I was them. You know,
how much is the feed? You know, saying the stud.
And it is not. But honestly, it's not even like a stud fee. It's like what if you're not interested and you're only interested to go for, you know, what would get you to get on a flight and go overseas to populate their country? What is that? Because you're not gonna tell me that you're gonna do it for the flight. And you sitting here broke, or you sitting here in middle class.
Let me
Why
think
would you
about
do
that. What would they have to send me to go over there and populate and get a whole bunch of just fantastic Wesleys over there, mixed Wesleys?
Because at this point, this is a surrogate situation, really.
I mean, shoot. I mean, you in places like that. I mean, so what we heard is like in Asia, we were Poland, and I know it's probably more places in the world they're probably doing like this. I mean, hook me up. I mean, I know you got the, you know, what I'm saying the 5-room or the 6-room bistro or wherever the you're talking about. You know, what I'm saying just give me the house. You know, what I'm saying cars probably cheaper. I mean,
that's
hook
what
me
I'm
up.
saying. Why would you do that for free?
Ready-made family, but it's not for free. I mean, the house.
No, but I'm
house,
saying,
the car,
but
all that.
initially it was we flying them over to have a mixer.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything about what the benefit was for.
I didn't even hear about flying them over. I just said it like this.
How else you? I mean, it's water surrounding all those countries.
There are black folks. There are black folks in Asia. There are black folks everywhere.
Point I'm trying to make is what is in it for me.
Okay,
that's how I'm thinking. Like
so
I would need to know what's in it for me.
How much is the bag?
I mean,
How much is the bag?
It really just depends on each person, wouldn't it? Like, it just depends. Like, when you make a deal or a business deal, like, say, for instance, if you out, buying underwear, you got to see what it's worth for you. What's the quality? What is it for you? What's available?
So I get that. So let me ask you a different way. So let's say, and I hope you don't take this too personal.
Okay.
But let's just say, right, one of your sons, right?
That's too personal. That's fine. Go ahead.
Damn.
I'm just
That's
joking.
too personal.
I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Right. So
One
let's just say one of your sons was approached with this type of offer,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe he might be interested in. I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're doing a hypothetical.
Okay.
But maybe you might be interested. Approach it. Hey, Mom, what do you think about this? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're a businesswoman. What should I be getting out of this if I agree to this?
So for my children, if my children entered in a deal like this, I would know for a fact that my kids would get out of it what they needed out of it. I don't care if it's 10,000, 100, whatever it is for them. Mm-hmm. It's not about to be a situation where they're just, ushered into this and not having anything come out of it. I know my kids. So if it's a good enough deal for them, because right now, to be honest, nobody's in a relationship. This is a business deal.
Yeah,
It's a business deal.
It could turn into business.
It could be a relationship, but right this minute, when you approach somebody, it's a business deal because they don't know you and you don't know them.
Right.
So how sweet is the deal?
Okay, so we're trying to drill down, people. We're trying to drill down. So I heard some numbers come out. So 10,000 is that the bare minimum? You drops $10,000.
That was an
you get
example.
to go ahead. So no, the price is up. Going
the
up.
price is higher. The price is always higher for me.
We going up. It's not 10,000. It's not enough.
And then it does matter because if you think about it, because it's dang near an auction block if you think about it. Because if you find somebody, so say for instance, all of my children went to college, and when you graduate from college, doesn't that make the bag a lot bigger? Like, I'm gonna need you to know that you got people who are smart and they got degrees. So it matters what's on the table. I gotta know what's on the table because it's not worth it for me if I'm not getting anything out of it.
All right, so we're negotiating, right? We are negotiating. You know what you're bringing to the table. You're bringing one of your sons. You know what I'm saying? You're bringing that to the table.
I couldn't even negotiate with
You can bring it to the table.
So
so what is that? And your son is like, hey, Mom, I need you to come to the negotiating table. I need to make sure that I'm getting a fair deal out of this. What sounds fair? Obviously, 10,000 is no. We're turning 10,000 down. So what's the counter offer?
Yeah,
they bring you with 10. What you coming with?
I'm gonna tell you that's way too low, especially for my kids. Like I said, these are not hoodlums and out in the streets, uncultured. Everybody, in my family, they have culture, they have values and whatnot. So 10,000 was never on the table for my family, but. What I will say is, what do they need at the time? That's what I would tell them. What do you need at the time? And throw that out there, because if you don't ever ask, then you will never know. But if they need, let's say, for instance, okay, I need a car and I need someplace to stay. Just an example. Mm-hmm. And if they're willing to do that, knowing that they're going to get an educated black man with a really nice mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it might be worth it for them.
Okay.
And then from there, then you negotiate how the relationship will go, because clearly, if they planting seeds, they're gonna want to know, what their kids are doing or whatever, blah blah blah. So it's it's just wild.
So let's take the relationship out of it. Because it seems like this is kind of a breeding situation. Okay. If a relationship happens, it happens. That would be ideal. Have both actual mom and actual dad. You know what I'm saying? In the same household. Maybe in Poland somewhere. A nice set up in a nice house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So really, it just comes down to what is the compensation? Just for the seed to create the melanated child
that you can't do by yourself.
So, that's right.
And if everybody thinks about it like this, then everybody will get a bag. Like, come on now. It ain't like Louis Vuitton is handing out bags on the street corner. The reason why their bag is so expensive is because it's exclusive.
So you sitting right there. They say 10,000. You say no. You come back with what?
Oh, me, myself?
Yes, because you're negotiating for your son.
I'm starting at 100,000.
So 100,000. 100,000.
You can actually get any black man. I don't doubt that. What I'm saying is, is this going to be a problem later on, or you want somebody who is civilized and educated?
Okay. All right. Yeah. So definitely nobody under 6 feet, right? Nobody under 6 feet. That takes me out of the picture right there. That's okay.
Who brought up height?
That's usually where they go for. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I will admit. Okay.
I mean, let's keep it real.
No, but you still have people who don't go for that.
Right.
Like that's it. That's what I'm saying. Is if we're going to throw mixers to see what we want, you're gonna be looking at the person. I mean,
right. So if you're 4'11", I don't know what the you want a 6 foot, but you better be okay with that 5'10", 5'8".
Or just have a girl. You can be a man who's just only shooting girls.
Only shooting girls. Oh wow. No, we're talking about. We're not actually shooting girls. We're talking about shooting. We're busting nuts, right? That we're talking about busting nuts, not shooting anybody.
Okay, you know what I mean. you know these people. Took the context.
These people be out here like, oh
right.
my,
they said they were shooting girls.
I'm triggered. Oh, you talking about shooting? No, that's not what we doing. All right. So I've hammered you enough. So it's going to be at least $100K
for me.
Now, if they come back and be like, you know what, I respect that. How about we do $50K? You know what I mean?
And what?
And so he means something?
Yeah. If 50K would be fine, but what are the terms? I mean, am I active in the kids' lives? Like it's a negotiation. And what I'm saying is if it's beneficial to you, then it's a benefit.
Okay. Even
if it's 5K, like I said, this is where I would start. But the average person, just judging from where, and then he said it was my kids. Like for me, it just would be priceless. I'm gonna need Eve type of situation. I'm gonna be in the billions. Like stop.
All right. So only billionaire daughters, right? We need to line up billionaire daughters. Okay. And on top of that, it's not just enough just to be with a billionaire daughter. Because, you probably set up for life. We also need $100,000 as well.
I'm just
we need $100,000. So is that $100,000 going in your pocket? Because if your son got a billionaire daughter, he don't need that $100,000.
Right,
Man, he got her.
No, what I'm saying, okay, and that's the case. He's going to be set up like he's supposed to be. Because like I said, you're not coming with riffraff. You ain't got to worry about him switching over and trying to sell drugs. He ain't going to rob no banks. He's educated. He can understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot to offer.
Right. Okay.
You just, in other words, you go up in the lineage and say, okay, is this something that I'm going to have to be worried about somebody you need Ritalin your whole life? Or is this something where you're going to say, okay, is this something where you're like, oh, this guy's making it on his own just fine.
Right.
And I'm adding to it. So I don't know.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you a question. Because at the Wolves of Naptown, what we like to do, and I know I didn't say this at the beginning. I'm going to say it right now. With the Wolves of Naptown, and what we are, right? We are a show of Indianapolis representatives, Indianapolis residents. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Indianapolis residents. And what we do is we talk about just any type of scenario that we get maybe online on social media like this, anything that's happening in the real world, any fantasy scenario that's made up, or any what if. We like to go ahead and talk about that scenario. We like to go ahead and put ourselves in those shoes and discuss how we would handle that particular scenario, what decisions we would make if we were faced with that. Now, Tiara, we've already did a little bit with you, right? A little bit with you. But we're going to go ahead and just take off the, repopulating the world and making everybody mixed angle out of that. And we're just going to focus on just really what you would do in this situation, let's say with your children, right? So is there any scenario, not just out of just, melanating the world, but is there any scenario in which you would promote for your children to mate with another culture, another race, for some type of advantage, whether it be genetic, whether it be financial or whatever? Is there any scenario in which you're like, yes, I would want my child, my son, my daughter to go outside of their race to achieve XYZ?
Well, I would say up front that I really feel like anything that they would have to go outside of the race for, they can find it in the race. I feel like you're going to find beauty, you're going to find height if you want height, intelligence. You can find that inside the race. So I'm not ever going to advocate on purpose for my kids to go outside the race. Okay. If that's what they choose to do, then I'll allow, in my head, I'm just going to have to let that ride, because I feel like I push to my kids, to stay black. That's what I push, because I feel like as much as you think that you can find whatever you want from somebody else, you have it right here. You just have to look for it. And sometimes you get approached by different people and they want to say, that they're a good advantage for you. but is that really what you think is a good advantage?
Okay.
So they'd have to decide that on their own. I just don't believe that I would ever have a reason to push my kids out to a different race.
All right. So let me say, just what if, right? What if?
Okay.
What if we find out that, man, there are just something very, very wrong, with us. So, you know what I mean? Just some type of genetic defect.
Right, okay.
Maybe sickle cell gets even worse or whatever. And then some scientists find out that, okay, this Asian people or Caucasian people have something in their system that can combat that, that can pretty much protect, maybe not
The next generation.
Yeah, protect the next generation. Would you reconsider? Would you be like, okay, really just for my kids, my grandkids, my future kids, your grandkids or whatever, why don't we go ahead and reconsider so they can have something in their genetic that can help with what the future is going to hold?
Right. So again, an advantage. I feel like, especially them, they would know whether they wanted to have kids or whatnot. If they didn't want to have kids, will this even matter? No. But if they wanted to have children and they wanted to have healthier children, again, that's just a bartering tool.
Right.
So if that's what they choose to do, or I'm sure they're smart enough to know that it's probably going to be the smartest thing. So would I advocate for that? Absolutely. 100%. I would definitely push them to go toward whatever's going to be healthier for them.
Right. I like that answer because that pretty much is like, all right, well, look, you know what I'm saying? If my great grandkids are going to die, then all right, go ahead and start white women, right? I mean, we just go ahead. And that's what's going to happen, right? No, all right, no, okay. No, I respect that.
But that still goes back to what I said. It's more or less like how it benefits you. If white people are looking to repopulate and have melanated kids, I see where the advantage is. Now it's up to the black person to decide where their advantage is. So if you sitting out here, repopulating, you don't care who, you got 150 kids, per year by just anybody, and that's what you choose to do, okay. But for me, I would be a lot more guarded. Like, I wouldn't have kids by just anybody. I would really want to have kids by somebody who's educated or somebody who has an advantage for me.
Okay. I respect that. I guess I better answer the question too now. Just caveat, I don't have any kids. I don't have a kid. Probably won't have any kids. But what if scenario, if I knew that another race was going to have some type of, genetic advantage, you know what I mean? Honestly, I wouldn't give a fuck. Because why? I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be up out of here. Like, honestly, love who the fuck you want to love. Like, hey, I don't have any restrictions. I don't care if you're white, black, green, blue, orange. I don't care. If you fine, let's go.
I feel it.
Let's go. But
really
as far as this question is concerned, I mean, maybe I would feel different if I had kids, but fuck it, I don't, and fuck your kids. So, hey, I don't care. Hey, straight up.
Whoa.
You wanted the answer.
Just when
you
you
got
thought
it.
was safe.
And not your kids. Like, I hope your kids are great and you enjoy their lives. You know what I mean? Definitely. I want them to be happy and prosperous. I want them to have all the joys in life. But in my world, go.
And that's your perspective. And I can see that because you don't have a reason to think any deeper because you don't have kids. You don't have you ain't really pass nothing down. You ain't about to,
right.
So if you decide one day to have kids or whatever, and whoever you have them with, you free and clear to do whatever. That makes sense. It makes sense. Me, I'm invested. I didn't raise my kids to go off and live in poverty or whatever. I set them up to do better. So whatever deal or arrangement that they choose to have with anybody else, I hope that it would be beneficial because that's what I've been preaching to them all these years.
I got you. Okay. I feel that. And I want to let you know, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and just hit you off with this because sometimes people really just be thinking that I'm just super serious. So
the Wolves of Naptown podcast
just
is
so
for
you know,
entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed here are not intended as factual information. And it's essential to do your own research. We respect cultural differences, personal choices,
cultural
and beliefs.
differences. Don't come at me.
And although we do not intentionally try to offend, we understand that it's very possible we may do so.
Grow the
Remember,
fuck up.
we are not revealing anything about ourselves. Our goal is to entertain. Please listen with caution and enjoy the show.
This is entertainment. This is entertainment. Ooh. Hey, don't come at me. You know what I'm saying?
This is
right.
regular conversation. Ain't nobody
It's a
coming for you.
Hey.
They are not coming for you. This right here ain't enough.
See, a regular conversation, you just don't know. Somebody be like, "Oh, I just can't believe he would say something like that."
Keep scrolling. What do you mean?
And those be the motherfuckers that keep listening. So hey, keep listening.
Right. I don't know what you're talking about. They go, I can't believe that she said that, and be right here. The next cast.
Right. Just be right here. All right. Good stuff, man. I think we will tackled that one. We tackled that one. All right. So we want to come to the part of the show. We're going to, it's like a little bit of an intermission. All right. And what we like to do is we want an opportunity for our guests or maybe even the host to vent. Now, you know me, Starship West is going to vent throughout the entire show. And I'm going to vent after the show while I'm editing this. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a post and I'm going to vent again. But Tiara, we're going to go to what we call the petty segment, right?
Okay.
We're getting petty on whatever the fuck you want to get petty about. And just so we know, we understand that essentially what this is, like, I got something to say. I don't like this. I think this, whatever the fuck it is. Wherever you've seen something, just whatever, what are you going to be petty about? Or have you been petty within the past week? And can you tell us about it?
Let me see. I'm gonna bring this up. I got a best friend. He is a guy, and he stay petty. He's a good looking guy. He's a desirable guy. A lot of people he gets a lot of girls, but he repels these women like fly spray. He repels them, and it's just like you can find a good girl, great quality or whatnot, and he just repels. And that's what I'm about to be petty about. Like, even with the best setup, he still finds a reason to mess up the relationship. I'm being petty about all the people who have chances to have good relationships, white, black, or indifferent, but sabotage them. I think it's crazy. This man drives me crazy. Like, he finds some really nice women, and he finds a way to screw it up.
All right. So let me just make sure we're clear. He's not marrying any of these women and screwing up.
He can't marry them. He's sabotaging them all.
He sabotaged them before he put the ring on her. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's annoying to me. I'm like, boy, everybody's trying to look for somebody. And then he calls me because we friends. Oh, I wish I had me somebody. All of them was good girls. Like, come on now.
So we had somebody. He it up and then he calls you talking
Every
about,
time.
every time.
Every time. And I'm like, listen. So petty. That happened this week. I was like, why do I have a friend like this?
Wow. Okay. So do you do anything petty? Do you tell him like, hey man, shut up? Like, you done had like 50 women.
No, I'm gonna tell you how bad it gets. I just sit and hold the phone. Because you work your way into your crazy and you work your way right back out. So I don't have to do nothing. Be like,
Just so you know, if you listen, that's when she puts the phone down. She walks away.
Go cook, watch TV, come back. All right, I'm here. Yep.
Go do something else. I just be sitting there listening. I've been sitting there in the chair listening to your shit while she done walked away.
I'm petty.
For real.
That's
I'm in the chair listening to your shit while she walked away. Oh my goodness. Now that is some petty shit. Because he probably just, this, that, and the other. You probably come back and say, what did you decide?
That's all.
What did you decide?
And guess what? It always pans out.
It always pans out.
He don't ever say, oh, do you understand what I said? Do you remember? No, because you ain't talking about nothing.
And so if you seeing this, you got to fact check her, man. Ask her something. Ask her. You going to know if she done walked away from you.
Yeah.
And when you figure that out, just hang up.
Yeah, you're not
just go. Yeah,
you're not even listening. No way. I'm giving you great advice, and who else? A lot of people can't do best friends who's the opposite sex, and I can. So if you got a best friend who's the opposite sex, are you serious? I would be like, oh yeah, what should I do here? Da 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 da. But he don't do that. He'll get the advice, ignore it, blow the relationship, and then cry about a girl.
Right. I feel that. With me, you know what I'm saying? It's like a spades hand. I got like two in the possible as far as female best friends. Got two in the possible. Two in the possible. And yes, I do ask my female friends for advice on other females, but you have to go to the right one just to be petty. Some of y'all have got some issues, so I got to be careful. I'll be around single getting some of y'all advice.
Right, you
very,
are
very
right.
careful.
You're very right.
You can't ask the dog friend, you know what I'm saying, that can raise dogs. You can't ask that dog friend about what should I do, you know what I'm saying, in bed with this woman. You never know. You know what I'm saying? What she like, maybe like get me single with this woman. So you know what I mean? Like, hey.
Well, the key is to ask the person who's the most successful, because I'm in a successful marriage. You ask me how to get a girl. I'm giving you the advice, and what do? Don't take it. So
I know that's right.
you're supposed to be single. Goodbye.
But maybe, hey, I'm gonna be petty a little bit. Well, you know, maybe he wants a different type of girl. You know what I'm saying? He's going to. You get advice from Tara. It's about black women. You better go ahead and get a black girl.
He only dates black. He only dates black.
Okay, he only dates black.
But
all
even
right,
if
cool.
he didn't date black, I'm not giving him advice on black or white. I don't give you advice on black and white.
Right.
You give me the advice. So it's not even that. It's about a good woman, and he don't know. He thinks he wants a good woman. He's not a good enough man in his confidence.
Damn.
For him to seriously.
That's petty as
I do. I
You're not a good enough man.
No.
Hey.
His subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Why would you sabotage if you had a good woman? Like, come on now.
Wow.
It's his subconscious, not mine. I think he's a great guy. He looks really good. He's, he works. He's a good dude.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you've been a good dude and not worth it. You've been all kinds.
He don't
of
think he's worth it. I think he's worth it, but he don't.
You got to figure that shit out. Whoever you are, you got to figure that shit out.
He's not gonna figure it out.
One or the other.
I lost faith.
Hey man, women like assholes, so one or the other. Just figure it out. You just can't be both. You just can't be both. All right, so I guess what the am I going to be petty on, man? Oh my goodness. Let me count the ways. I could be sitting here for another hour talking about
petty.
I could be petty on with you in Naptown.
Ooh.
Man, I feel like I done cussed way too much, man. I'm just getting hyped, man. I don't
You
know.
care though?
Man, that
care?
intro got me hyped, girl. I'm ready. I'm in the club.
Well, let it flow.
I'm in the club, man.
Let's hear it. What you petty
All
about?
right. So, Naptown, Indianapolis, Indiana. If you've lived here, I love this city. I do love it. But if you've been here long enough, the one thing or a couple things that we got a lot of is corn and haters. We got a lot of corn.
More haters.
And a
corn.
lot of haters out there. A lot of haters. So we're not going to go too deep into anything because, again, I don't want no drama. I don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to be on the show. If you want to give me smoke, come on the show. Come on the show. Get on camera so at least I can get some money off of the shit.
Petty. You petty. That's what
for
your
real,
problem is.
for real. So I'm going to say this. Living in this city for the past, man, I don't want to tell you how long, I'll give you how old I am. For several decades, okay? Living in the city for several decades. I'm going to say that everybody in this city has the potential to be toxic, has the potential to do some and just has the potential to be just dishonest. I have no idea what it is, but it is what it is. And I've lived through that for many decades here in the wonderful city of Indianapolis, Indiana, we also call Naptown. Okay? But I want to let y'all know. Let me look at the camera right now. I do want you to follow me on social media. I do. I want you to follow me on social media. But if you follow me on social media, be warned. I'm going to do my own little personal disclaimer. Man, if you're doing some crazy stuff, if you're not being real, if you know what I'm talking about. If you're not being real, you're being fake, you're being dishonest, you're doing some other. You do not want to be following me. You don't want to be following me. You don't want to be looking at my stories. You don't want to be, take a break. Because I'm going to tell you, living in this city, everybody is shady in my opinion. And if you on that, you are going to think I'm talking about you. Don't even know you, but you're going to swear my shit's about you.
That's like church. You know, you go to church. Every time you go to church, it's like, it seems like the reverend is
I'll be
talking
giving
about
you
me.
the gospel on my social media. I'll be giving you the
Yeah.
gospel, teach you all about yourself. Come to me. I'm the confessional, man. Come and confess your Oh my goodness.
Lord. Okay, yeah, you got that whole petty thing knocked down. You right there.
Give yourself a break.
Oh, we.
Give yourself a break. You know what I'm saying? Sit back,
hilarious.
chill, put one in the air, take a drink. Don't watch me. Don't watch me because you're going to see a reflection of yourself if you watch me. I don't even know who you are. But I know the Naptown. So, hey.
You killing me right now. You are killing me.
Oh, my goodness. I think that was good. I have more. I have way more in the clip.
He has more.
I have more in the clip, but we're gonna let
Thanks
that one
for
ride.
stopping right there.
Right.
I was like, oh Lord, you're so funny.
Tara's vibing right now. I see it. She's vibing right now. All right, so let's go ahead and let's make this our last topic for the day. Because we've been talking for it. But when you have a good conversation, it goes long. Hey, it is what it is. All right, so the next one we got right here, and maybe I might throw a clip in there, maybe I don't. If I did, you would have heard it by now. Anyway.
What? Oh,
see, yeah.
Okay.
Post-production, y'all. It's post. Anyway. Okay. So the next one, and this is something that, we talk about a lot. I'm actually kind of excited to talk about this because this gets me messed up a lot. All right. And so I'm someone that, as you've heard earlier, I do not give a right? You know what I'm saying? I look for people. I look for the soul. I am attracted to any color. It doesn't matter. You say black, white, Asian, Haitian, orange, yellow, blue, green. I don't give a You know what I mean? We got aliens coming down here. Hey, man, call me Captain Kirk, baby. You know what I'm saying? You looking good in that green? Come on with it, baby. I got a whole lot of green we can match.
Get to the question.
But what I found is that, and I'm just going to call it is. So, trigger alert. In fact, just for your mother.
The Wolves of Naptown podcast is for entertainment purposes.
I need to let y'all know.
The opinions expressed here are not intended as factual information, and it's essential to do your own research. We respect cultural differences, personal choices, and beliefs. And although we do not intentionally try to offend, we understand that it's very possible we may do so. Remember, we are not revealing anything about ourselves. Our goal is to entertain. Please listen with caution and enjoy the show.
Purposes only.
You're lucky I didn't play it 2 or 3 more times. All right. So what I've noticed here, and I guess this is what we want to talk about, especially as being a black woman, it seems to be a lot of hate. And it's not just now. I look at old Ebony magazines and like Jet magazines. I used to see articles about this all the time. Why is there still so much hate by black women, mostly black women, but it's some in the black community? There's some black men that feel that as well. But why is there so much hate from black women when black men date outside of their race?
From my perspective, did we start this? I don't know if we started this. So
no,
maybe
what do you mean?
it's below
what do you mean by we? What are you talking about?
Black women. I feel like we didn't start this. I feel like this movement went from black men bashing black women and moving on. And then black women got angry at black men. That's my opinion.
Now I'm going to disagree with you on there. Because like I said, I mentioned, those Ebony and Jet magazines, and that really came across to me. My grandmother used to collect those. So we're talking about late 80s. You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
see those magazines.
I know, but I'm just that's why I'm giving you the information.
I'm just saying. So
and there would be articles.
There
would be articles about that, and it was just like, well, why would the successful black men? It's like as soon as they get money, they get success, they get power. It's like they opt to date outside of their race, or more specifically, to get white women. And so when you said that, hey, you think it may be black men that started it, unless you're saying just black men just opting to date white women started it. I'm thinking that as far as the hatred. Started.
How did black women start hating first? How did that work?
I just think it's probably just being upset that, when a black man finally breaks through all of the trials and tribulations that come with being a black man, it's like, why aren't you bringing a black sister with you, right?
Okay, but isn't that starting it? If we on the same level, we met in college.
It's like who's came first, chick or the egg, right?
No, right. But I'm saying if we met in college, we went through college together. You struggled, I struggled. When I gave to you, and vice versa, right? And as soon as you make it, you dump the one that you struggled with. Wouldn't that be the black man starting it?
Yeah, but how do we know that's what it is? How you
We
know it's
don't
just-
know, but that's the scenario that's playing in my head. And for you, there's obviously another scenario going on. So that's why when you asked me, that's why I said black men started it.
And I guess it's all a matter of perspective. It's from a black woman, you're thinking like, oh, hell no. Nah. Just like, man, you got money and now you with this dude? I mean, with this woman? You know what I mean?
Right. So
You know,
you did all the legwork.
Or
You
I
did
can
all
look, I can look at it from my perspective and I can be like, okay, well, you really wasn't messing with me or, you know, whatever. I like everybody. So I literally, to me, it's just a woman that I like. She just happens to be non-black. You know what I mean? This is kind of like, and now you're upset with me?
So we discussed this before, you know, Wes and I, we discussed this before.
Right.
For me, if you just like somebody else, it's not an issue. You can tell by the mannerisms and the actions of the person that you're talking about, if it's a black man or a black woman. You can tell if I only target white people to date. If you're black, if I'm a black woman, if I only date white, that's a problem. That's where the problems are, because now it's almost like we can vibe and do whatever, you know, back and forth, but I'm not good enough for you to put on your arm.
Okay. All right. So you kind of answered my question a little bit, but I want to see if we can go deeper than that.
Exactly.
So the caveat that I heard you say is that, you know, if it's a situation where they only like that outside race, like say, they only like white women.
That's huge.
Or if
for
they
me.
only like, you know, white men, you know, if we're talking about your daughters or really just whatever, you know.
That's
these
huge
days,
for me. That is.
You know.
So-
now, why is that?
So for me, a good example is my daughters. I feel like they are free to date whomever because number one, they're educated, they're intelligent. They look into whoever they're looking for. They're looking for somebody. Okay, so when my daughters, they've already dated black, they've dated Chinese. My daughter had a Bosnian and a Puerto Rican guy. Like it was whoever approached her, and she gave the relationship an effort. And I agree with that because she's not looking for specifically rich white, rich, you know, black, rich whatever. She's just looking for a good mate. It's a difference when you go. My example here again is that black men, in my opinion, I feel like black men are looking for the lazy way out. You don't want somebody bawling you out about going to take out the trash and doing what you're supposed to do. So you latch onto a white woman who will allow you to sit up and play PlayStation all day.
Wow, so that's what you think. So you think
Absolutely.
You don't think a black woman is going to sit up and allow their man? Because I see it
Absolutely
all the time.
not. No.
Oh, I see it all the time.
And you
All
might
the
be
time.
right. I don't see it.
Okay,
This
I'm
is
glad
why
you
my
don't
opinion
see
is
it.
my opinion, because I don't see it. And if I did see it, I'm even more relaxed today once I do see it than I was before. Because if that's what everybody wants, I've been married for 30 years. I'm good. But for me, it would never work for nobody I'm dating, married to sit at home and do nothing. I got a problem with that, period. It's too much life to live than to be sitting around wasting it.
Now, I heard you say something that you think that it's the easy way out
Yes.
to date a white woman. Now, there's a couple things I want to ask you. Why do you think it's the easy way out?
Because you don't have to answer to a white woman like you would a black woman.
Why do you think that?
Because they are so happy to have just anybody. They don't care if you are intelligent or if you know, somebody who has a good background. They don't care. They just want black children.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I already know the answer to this. You know, so it's really just a silly way of just asking.
Fine,
but
that's fine.
all right. So have you ever dated a white woman? The answer is
White man.
no, a white woman.
Have I ever dated a white woman?
Exactly.
Why would I date a white woman?
The answer is no. She's never dated a white woman.
I'm not
And the
going to date a white woman.
And that's the reason why I asked that, is because you have to have a little bit of experience to understand whether it really is going to be easy or not. Now,
No. I'm going by what I see, the
What you
conversations
see.
I have, the situations that I'm looking at.
So you've had a conversation with somebody that said that white women are easy.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like me and you have conversations standing behind this chair, I talk to all of my clients, and
Okay.
they say that when they date white women, it's easier.
Mm.
You can look at any platform on the internet. You will have white women. We ain't ratchet. We ain't loud. We ain't this and we ain't that. You don't ask for nothing. You can go right now and Google, you know, just that whole statement, and you're going to have video after video of them being relaxed, having just a black man. My daughter, if I called her right now, she'll tell you when she was living in Delaware County, they made it a badge of honor. They're working for their black man. Yes,
Okay.
and I was just like, you got to
Damn.
be kidding me. Yeah,
So you
this
said
is what I've
this is
experienced
Delaware?
in my real life.
This is Delaware?
Delaware County.
Somebody hit me up. What's the cost of living in Delaware? Okay.
You can go up there, but I'm gonna tell you now. To me, I wouldn't have you date nobody in Delaware County. You wouldn't do that because it's just like to me. I just feel like it's they don't try that very hard. Let me just say it like that.
They don't try very hard. Okay.
They don't try very hard.
right.
It's easy. Everything is kind of laid back, and they trying to make these black men happy. Which I mean, if that's what you can do to get in a relationship, then okay. But it's belittling and making our black men lesser to not be able to get up. We are workers.
Lesser, huh?
Yes. If you are made to sit at home and do nothing for the money, your girlfriend is going to bring the money back to you.
Okay. I got it. So we're still on the premise that, we're getting with these white women so we can just do nothing.
That's
saying?
That's my real life.
Oh,
that's
Lord.
my real life.
Oh, man.
That's my real
I know
life.
there's a lot of white women out there. They'd be like, man, they don't get this out of the house. You be sitting up there
and
playing
she might,
no PlayStation.
but she's going to have the same blowback that we have. So now what I'm seeing in this trend, this was probably about 4 years ago when I'm talking about the women in Delaware County. Now what I'm seeing is that it's a lot more arguing in the white-black dynamic now. It's a lot more because now, hopefully this girl's grown up after 3 or 4 years and said, wait a minute, why am I in here clocking in every 5 minutes? You take the money and ain't no telling who you with and da-da-da-da. So I feel it like I just wanted them to understand that y'all over here trying to shit on us. In reality, that's the one thing that's not going to change in this whole synopsis is that man. So when he shit on me, he's going to shit on you too.
Wow.
That's the bottom line. If
Wow.
you're a good black man and you want a white woman, that's perfectly fine because you're a good black man.
So, man, that's crazy. And like Tierra said, we've talked about this a lot. I'm really glad that we actually have this on, a podcast format to where we can just really go in and you tell us, do you agree or disagree? Now, I want to go ahead and tackle it from a different angle. Like I hear and I receive everything that you said. So I'm someone that I date any type of women. I don't really care what color, what nationality they are. It would be nice if they speak English. Because that going back and forth with the phone, it's a little, but yeah, it would be nice. You can be your second language, but just allow me to be able to communicate with you. But, I don't care how tall you are. I don't care, how fat, how skinny you are. I don't care whether you got a BBL, no BBL. I don't care if you got, an A cup or triple C. I don't give a shit.
There's no triple C.
Ain't no.
You okay though?
Hey, I've seen some.
It's
that,
all fine.
That,
You go to the D and then the DD and then the E.
You know what the I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
All right. And so the thing that I find, right, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this question is like, whenever I date a black woman, right, and I'm the type of person that I'm proud of the women that I'm dating. You know what I'm saying? I like to make it, even before we even get into anything serious, you know what I'm saying? I want to do as much spoiling, you know what I'm saying, as my job can allow, you know what I'm saying, to this woman, just wherever it is. And so when I pop out with a black woman, it's just like, okay, I get a lot of applause. All right, hey, everybody's just happy, and what I don't see is any hate from any other race. Even white women will chime in and they will say some like, oh, y'all look so cute. I'm happy for you. Hell, some of them be like, hey, man, she's bad. Like, she's fine. Like, they'll focus more on the black woman, like, yeah. And black women, yes. Black women, I think, have some of the most beautiful women in the world. Let's just go ahead and just say that, right? Let's go ahead and say that. But so that's fine. And everything's right with the world when I pop out with a black woman.
Okay.
Let me pop out with a white woman, okay? So if I pop out with a white woman, what normally happens is that there are several black women that are on my page. We just talk about social media. Several black women that all of a sudden they'll do one of two things. They'll either restrict me or unfriend me. Just right off the bat.
I ain't that petty.
Just right off the bat. It was just like, and some of these women, like if I'll post pictures of myself, they be hard and they'll love my shit. And then I pop out with a white woman. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, he doesn't, hold on. It's like, oh, he don't fuck with us. But it's like, well, wait a minute. Just 6 months ago, I popped out with a black woman. So now I'm popping out with a white woman and all of a sudden I don't fuck with y'all anymore. And now it's time to just be about. You didn't shoot your shot. Like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know.
But
you know what I mean?
but that goes to say just what I just finished saying. So with my daughter, she said the same thing. She said black men are not approaching me. And at first I called on the play, ref.
Flag on the
Ain't
play.
no way, right? Nah, because my daughter is beautiful. Both of them are really beautiful. But I was talking to my younger daughter, and she was like, "Mama, they don't approach me." And I'm like, "Okay." But when I went to see this for myself, hung in her environment for a little while, and I mean, to be honest, they was hollering at me more than they was hollering at her. I was thinking to myself, "What the heck?" But what it was is that she says they don't actually approach her. She is 2 inches taller than me, and I am 6
Intimidation,
foot. Yeah. So she thought they were intimidated by that. She is a chemist, and like she's educated with these degrees or whatever. So I understand why they wouldn't approach her.
Income is a thing too.
Yeah. So when she said that, then that's where she immediately got the pass. She's like, I'm just looking for somebody who loves me. She said, I would love to have a bunch of little black kids, but ain't no way I can do that if somebody's not approaching me who's black. So I understood that much. And then that's who told me, she told me then that's with these, Caucasian kids that she worked with. They were just, basking in the fact that they have a black man, and where is he at? He's sitting at home playing PlayStation while you're at work giving him the money. This is what I heard this firsthand. So
wow.
For me, that's where I got that from. I don't have a reason to know what other whites and blacks are doing. Like, I don't have a reason to know that, except this is what she said. And she's, just for reference, she is under 25. At the time she was in school, she was like 22. And this is what she said was going on at her school, at her university. So I'm saying all that to say, I personally don't have an issue. We discussed this too. I don't have an issue when you don't mind dating everybody. I don't have a problem with you and who you date. Even if I did, who cares? But because I already got a mate. But for me, it's the whole. And from what I understand, you hadn't heard this, but on the internet, you have white people who are dogging out black people, white women dogging out black women, calling us ratchet, calling us ghetto, calling us loud, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. But if you got what you want, I'm gonna need you to shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is what you want,
don't get in there and talking shit, right?
you're doing too much. You really are.
But it's clickbait. It gets you triggered, and you're gonna watch that video a few times.
It can get some hands on you. Don't play
you know
with
what I'm
me.
saying? You're gonna watch the video several times. They're gonna get a little chump change off of that little video while you over there hot.
But the bottom line still remains: you saying all this now, and there's no way. In my soul, I don't believe that you're gonna have the same relationship with the same guy who just dogged out 15 black women. And now all of a sudden it's supposed to be harmonious to you. I doubt it. The only way that's going to happen, just knowing black men, is if you bending over backwards somehow. Because if you don't have somebody to structure your relationship, you're going to always end up exactly where you start. I mean, it's not, where's it going to go? If I'm not pushing you to be a better person, and a lot of times they're a lot more lax. And not to say that the message, because I do agree that we are a little much sometimes. But that's another thing that is a perfect topic. How do we get this way? It's like we have all this attitude and rolling eyes and stuff, but who raised us? If that black man was there when he was supposed to be there, then we wouldn't have these issues.
Really? Okay.
Absolutely.
I want to go ahead. I'm gonna come back to that. Actually, no, let's just go ahead and tackle that right now.
Oh, yeah.
So do you think maybe a problem is just the lack of a father figure in the home for the little son? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
for the person. Because the girls are suffering. The girls are suffering because we're the black men to raise this girl. Let's say you have a baby and then you're out. Like you didn't have no involvement in that child. The mother raises him. The mother's angry because you left. Now all she has is talking down on the black man. Because you left me with this child. You ain't paid child support. You won't answer the phone. You can't come. Yeah, so you did all this damage. And then you wonder why black women are angry. Our black mothers raised us, and what else are they passing down? So
it's almost putting blame, like both on the parents. It's like, all right, blame for the black man just not being there, but then also blame of just like toxic reinforcement, mental reinforcement of that black woman struggling. Absolutely. And being like, why aren't you here?
Absolutely.
Why do something like this? And so the kid is just growing up thinking like, man, this is tough. Maybe I shouldn't mate with somebody who's black.
Yeah, but that's just the kicker for me. Is like these black men nowadays are making such a funk about how ratchet and ghetto black women are. But if you were there in the household to raise them like you were supposed to, would they be this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
you.
you're mad about that, but honestly, you created this. It all falls back on the black man. And a lot of the times when I ask the people who sit behind my chair, I ask them why they date, white women. Most of them say, my father told me to. And I couldn't believe that. And even though the fathers, and I'm not speaking specifically, I'm saying in general, just a collective.
Their father told them to.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, they did. And even though they're black and they made it with a black woman, their fathers tell them to date white.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I definitely, because you know how much we talk when you're in the chair. I talk to all of my clients, on some level of, this same topic. And at this point, I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. And I really can't say the blame is really, I don't know, like you said before, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Right.
Yeah, because at this point, was it a toxic relationship while you left? Or was it just you just out here trying to, procreate?
Okay. So here's a couple things. So from my experience, I've never found dating outside of my race or the women other than black, should I say. I've never found that women other than black have been easier. It has been different, right? So there's usually still drama, but the drama looks a little bit different.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
The culture
I can see that.
that each person, each race or skin color is under makes the drama if they have a little bit, on the different side. And maybe some black men think, oh, but that's still they're going through, it's nothing.
Compared
so
to what they came through,
to them, maybe it is easier. But it all depends. I mean,
it really does.
You can be with a white woman, you can have several other trying to be on your head. You know what I mean? Maybe that white woman dates nothing but black people. Maybe they date nothing but black people, black family integrated, black kids. Just like with your daughter. No matter who she ends up with, her kids are going to be black.
Exactly.
In this country anyway. They're going to be black. So it's like when you say that, it's like when it's easier, it's just like
I'm just regurgitating what they say.
I understand that. I understand that. But I either A, disagree, or A, disagree, or B, I need more information. I need more information. Like I need to know what else is going on for this to be easier. And as far as this, the white women that are, dating black men and just letting them stay home and play PlayStation, girl, you know what that is. There is a trade and barter system. She is thinking that what she's getting from that man at home is enough that, go ahead and play PlayStation. Because clearly I'm getting something that is benefiting, that is getting beneficial.
And you probably are.
She's willing to be like, you know what? That's cool. I mean, I got this,
So what I'm saying is when I say that makes them weak is because let's just give a scenario of this person, this man that we're talking about, is dating ranges. He's 25. Let's say he's 25 and he's dating somebody who allows him to be lax and relax and not do much.
Right.
You are wasting some of the best years of your life when you could be out starting a business, bringing more cash in. Why would you be able to sit at the house when you could be working?
Right.
This is setting you up for thinking that life is going to be easy all the time. And once she wakes up and says, okay, you need to go to work. And you're going to say, why would I go to work? I've been sitting here for 2 years. So now you have to actually get up and do a job and clock in or whatever the case is. Now you back angry again.
No, where she just simply makes so much money, it's just like, look, it's like, I don't need you. Like I know some scenarios, and this had nothing. This is a white family, it's like, man I used to work with at another company. I won't say that, and he, told me that he was going to leave his job because it was like they did the numbers, and it was just like, wife makes 150,000, probably makes more now, and it's just kind of like, we got 2 kids. It's like, it would just be more beneficial and save us money if I just stay home and take care of the kids, because I'm not making that. I'm not making nearly a third of what she's got.
But when you see black and white couples, do you think that's a scenario? You really believe that white woman is making enough to hold down the whole 2 or 3 kid household? And if so, doesn't that still make the black man weak? You have potential to be a physical person. Now, if you at home doing home improvement and you cooking and you cleaning, then we can talk.
It all depends on what works for that family, right?
It does.
Because it's like, you can have pride and go out and get a job, but let's just say your wife is making, let's say the wife is making 150,000. You're only pulling in 50. You know what I mean? Does it really make sense? I mean, okay.
Yeah, you would quit to take care of the daycare because that way, that's money, $50,000 what you gonna pay in daycare. I get it. I understand that. What I'm saying is, unless he's on a shelf, it's almost like he's in prison. If he's not made to do something, and I already know there's nobody who can tell me that black men are not just a dynamic being. I know for a fact that every black man, I don't care what walk of life they came from, they are top tier to me. So it's like your potential is where your encouragement is.
Okay.
So when it comes down to it, if you're not being encouraged to do something more, then you're less. That's just me.
I got you. And it's crazy because I get the feeling that it's just more or less like, man, just the easier theme. It's just like you're dating outside because let me attack it like this. Why are black women so much more difficult? Because it's like easier. I mean, I'm not really trying to say black women are difficult, but
I understand.
You're pitching the question as if white women are easier, that means it's a higher difficulty level being with a black woman.
Well, and I agree, but that goes back to the scenario I just said. If you were raised by an angry black mother, what else are you supposed to be? Just like my children, I pushed education for my kids the minute they popped out. And I stuck with that, and each one of them made education the focus of their life. So it doesn't matter who my children are with. Whoever they're with is going to have a prize.
Right. Okay.
The difference is we weren't fed that.
Right.
I was born in 70. So clearly I wasn't encouraged or whatnot. My mother was angry, even though she was married. It was just difficult because, she didn't have her head on straight. She had me when she was in her 20s or whatnot. But the difference is that if you are angling toward teaching your kids how to do better, then you get a better result. But if you're an angry mother, you working 2 or 3 jobs just to make your ends meet, clearly you're going to be upset. Right. And when you're upset that child can't get the toy that they want or whatever, you're going to laugh. If your daddy was any kind of a man, he would da-da-da-da. So that's the reason why I say that the black man started this movement. They did that. Right. If you'd have stuck around, or even if you didn't stick around, you might hate her. Y'all might have just been like, I hate you. Did you pay for your child? Did you come and get them? Did you teach them what you wanted them to be like for the next black man?
I got you.
Because 9 times out of 10, that's not what happened.
I got you. That brings me to another point here because, and I've talked to you about this before, Tara, like, I remember my aunt telling me, saying that, and her theory was that black men date outside of their race because they have resentment against their black mother.
I agree with that to some degree.
And I disagree with that, but why do you agree?
I agree to some degree because, like I said, in the chair, most of these men said their fathers told them to date white. And their fathers are the ones who are angry at their mothers. So that father is going to teach that child the same anger that he has with that mother. So now you have resentment for your mother. Even if you didn't have it before, you were talked into it just like you were talked into dating white. So when it comes down to it, it is kind of true because that man, again, is a weaker man. Like, I know you're supposed to listen to your father. And I think when I say weak, I'm saying that because if anybody can just throw something out and you just picking it up and eating it up, you're not thinking about it. Because common sense says if your father's picking you up every other weekend or, however that schedule is, your mother is the one holding it down for you.
Yeah, that's true.
So shouldn't be nobody who could tell you to go against your mother. Good, bad, or indifferent. Because my kids already know my struggles are my struggles. But the bottom line is my struggles is what got you through.
Okay.
So that kind of adds fuel to the fact of me saying that most black men are becoming weaker. You just let anybody, you didn't weigh the options when you needed new shoes and your daddy wasn't there. When you need those 2 jobs that your mama worked is the reason why you got them shoes. Not because your daddy said, whatever, blah, blah. That child support don't do nothing. If anybody had any kids, they know that child support don't do much.
Let me ask you this. It's like, man, this topic, I just want to go so many different ways.
I ain't got no problem with it.
So many different. So just to wrap up as far as with my aunt, I know I disagree with that as far as black men dating outside of their race because they have some issue against their mother. Now, my mother struggled, right? But there was never any hate for my mother. I just felt sorry for her because I saw her struggle. I saw her get with men, and thankfully I didn't see it, but I heard a lot of mistreatment. You know what I mean? So I always rooted for my mother. I always wanted to be with my mother, even if it was in a, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I always rooted for her. And so I never had any like, oh, I have some resentment against you. You know, I always say, hey, you know, rest in peace. She tried her best with a deck that was stacked against her. So I never had any resentment for my mother at all. Just like I loved her. So it's like, and I date black women too. I love black women, but I also love other women too. So when I date outside of my race, I don't really believe that I have an issue against my mother. And I'm speaking for me.
No, you're right. You're right.
I don't have an issue against my mother. So that's why I disagree with that. Go ahead.
Two things.
Go ahead.
One, where was your father?
My father was never there.
So that's why you don't hate your mother. He wasn't there to influence you.
Okay.
So that's number one.
I will say this before you go to number two. The one time I did see my father, this was like a week after my mother passed, ironically. And I saw him and, you know, looking down at him, which sucks because, you know, I'm about like 5'8", 5'7". You see, and you looking down on him. And he comes to me and, you know, right by his side, you know what I'm saying, holding him down through this, you know, situation where he couldn't look his own 16-year-old son in the face. Yeah, anyway. So he had his then white wife with him. So he brings his white wife with him, you know, and he's sitting up there barely being a man, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be around you more and all this and all that. Newsflash, that was the last time I saw him too. So
But you see now what I'm saying? Because we didn't need to know that he had a white wife, but he still is not being involved with his responsibility that he had before he even got with her. He still is not encouraging you to do better. He's trying to make you weaker. He expected you to fail.
Definitely expected me to fail, but you know, I'm the oldest of like 13, so I have no idea with the other kids whether he was in their life or not. Some of them got his name. Definitely wasn't in my life. You know what I mean? Because I was the first. Saying? Yeah.
This is the reason why. You know, and I didn't know your mother, of course, but this is the reason why you would think, you know, you felt bad for her because of what he did. And then when you saw him, now you can understand why, you know, she probably left him or they weren't together. Yeah. He was what? To me, just from hearing it, because this is my first time hearing the story, to me, that's the perfect example of what I just said. You think you're doing something better getting with a white woman. You have kids. You need to take care of your kids. But I guarantee that if they had kids together, he ain't abandoned them. You see what I'm saying?
I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, but
I would probably agree with that.
That's my point, 1,000%. But I forgot the second point.
I'm so sorry about that. God, that's why I'm gonna keep talking. You're gonna figure that second point out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, so, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say when it all boils down in the wash, it's not. And I have to admit, I've never had an issue with white people. My best friend, Michael Miller, he lives in Danville, Illinois. We've been friends for over 20-something years. He is just as close to a racist that you would think, except my daughter and I, we both know him. He's really cool. He's come to my birthday parties. He's come to visit. We done had lunch with my husband. We deduced that he's just he's not a racist. You would not be able to tell that just by looking at him. He's just, you know how you meet somebody and they just have crazy to say. Yep. And it doesn't matter what. He's one of those, a shock value guy. And it makes you think, I'm going to show you when I posted the other day what he said, and you'll see what I mean. But just saying that, a lot of times, you know, where I worked at, people were like, oh, he's a racist. Why do you hang with him? He's a racist. He's not. I've already chopped it up in my head. He's not. But I'm saying all that to say, I don't have an issue with white people. I have an issue with black people making an issue with each other about white people. So I have a problem with the black man who is blaming the black woman for why he's dating white.
I will say this. I'm definitely tired of just even the back and forth of all of it. I'm tired of always being actually, nah, if you don't want to be on my page, get the on. But no, but for real, like straight up, there be some people that I like, man, I'm cool. Like I'm not really, you know what I'm saying, friending you to like date you. Like I think you're doing some cool stuff and maybe there might be some business opportunities or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? And just kind of like, oh, so this is what did it for you. You see me pop out with somebody that's not black or pop out with a straight up white woman. And it's like, oh, him, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And it's like, just unfriend me. It's like, I did not portray the race. Right. You see all of these mixed women out here, all these light-skinned women, somebody had to make the sacrifice. Somebody look at me. I am not African. I got African in me, sure, but man, my skin is like caramel. You know what I'm saying? Like dark caramel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely I got something. Indian,
Yeah.
maybe. You know, we already say we got some little Indian, or we got whatever, man. I'm pretty sure one of those dead presidents, you know, and been
A
with
lot of them.
yeah, maybe all of them. Then been through the family tree at a couple points.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, for real. So I mean, it is what it is. And the farther along we go on this planet, man, the more mixed everything is going to be. I mean, you hear that first segment, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? So let's get to the question, right? Now, we may have already answered this. You know, we've been all the way
Let's
around
see.
the world.
Let's
You know
see.
what I mean? So, all right. So if you had, I have to say if you for me, but you have kids. So would you be okay with your child, your son, your daughter, maybe a brother, you know, maybe uncle, whatever? Would you be okay with them dating outside of their race? Just like that. Would you be okay?
I would be okay with it as long as they don't have an element of put down. You're not doing it because we are not good enough. You're not doing it because this is better. You're not doing it because clout, you know, whatever. You're doing it because you fell in love with this white girl or white boy. I'm 1,000% okay with it.
Okay.
I really am. I don't like the element of, you know, the blowback from when you saying how, you know, what we are and what we're not. I don't need anybody white sticking their nose in nothing, trying to tell me what my issues are, because that's what counselors are for.
Okay.
So if you think you got the prize, roll with that. But the blowback, I can do without.
Okay. So really, you know what I'm saying? You want the respect. Like, you don't want any people making videos or making comments about, hey, this black man, like if you're a white woman, this black man is with you because you're better. You're peace for him.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, being with a black woman is not peace. You know what I'm saying? All this arguing.
If we
doing
don't do all
shit.
that, we're gonna be just fine, because you don't know, and then you 9 times out of 10.
But it's got to be the flip side
no,
too.
but I'm saying you just might be learning this guy, and he ain't blowback for you right now. But in a minute, he could be the cheater that I said he was. He can be the dog that I said he was. And then when you see it, will you be on my team then, or are you gonna be eating it up, sitting at home miserable? So yeah, don't talk about what you don't know. When it's all said and done, get to know that person. And to be honest, if you don't have an issue with it, you shouldn't be saying nothing. If we ratchet, then what does that have to do with you? You know, I don't get on any social media and talk about what I feel about white people who are, you know, messy like this or whatever. I don't get on social media and do that. I don't expect to hear it.
You know, and a lot of times it's like we don't know how it started, but you know,
We really don't.
I do see that. Okay, so what are some of the things that black men are saying against black women when they start talking about why they don't date black women?
Well, they say that black women are loud, which okay, we are. Black women are
the kind
ghetto because we came from the ghetto, and we are. Like, to me, the stuff that they have an issue with, you could easily rise out of the ghetto, black, white, or indifferent, and make better of yourself. That's why I said you can find somebody within your race and come up together. Don't hit on whoever you feel like, oh, my cousin, my sister, my neighbor, black is ghetto, and I'm getting out of here and I'm going over here. Because when it's all said and done, you came from the ghetto too. You know, and if that's something that you don't choose to put on your spotlight or whatnot, this is what we know. And if anybody white is dealing with somebody black, you're going to get a taste of that too. And 9 times out of 10, it's just what we are. This is who we are. Not saying that we perfect. I'm saying that this is what it is.
Right.
It don't leave just because you take this black person.
Right. No, I get you. So the reasons that black men say, all right, I'm going to go ahead and date a white woman, right? And I know we talked about this a lot, but I mean, just listen them down. I know you've already said easier, right? Easier. Maybe they take more of the BS from, you know, a black man or whatnot. Anything else? Is it just simple easiness or what?
I've never heard the comment that they look better. Never heard that. I've never heard them say anything about any physical attributes. Like, I mean, the only thing I've heard was, you know, ratchet, ghetto, loud. And the reason why they don't date them, it's easier. And I mean, maybe that's a good reason. I don't know. But I really feel like it should be explained a little bit better, because right now is giving that you just don't know what you want. Because the bottom line is, if you're leaving from that ratchet, terrible situation and you having kids, black kids, with this white woman, now everything that you on that you left behind, you're raising it. So do a great job, because the bottom line is now this child that you had can't have any problems like you think the black women have, because now it's a black woman and it's a black man.
Okay, for sure. I'm going to say this for me. You know, I've been lucky in life to not really have any black woman that I've dated that would be considered ratchet. I may have had one, you know, and that's just because, you know, she was from, her occupation was a dancer in a strip club. I mean, so that comes with the territory. But most of the other black women that I've dated, they're usually in college, where they have graduated or they've done some type of college. You know what I'm saying? Normally they have, you know, 2 or 3 jobs, or, you know, nowadays, and that's a whole topic for another show. It just seems like because they're just women, and sometimes even black women, they are getting the opportunities to get to, you know, lower management, middle management, you know, positions. Like even the company that I work for right now, it's tough. I can't get in the door for management is because most of these companies feel like, 1, they have to hire a woman, 2, they have to hire a black person because of, you know, affirmative action. So we hire a black woman, we knock 2 birds down with 1 stone, you know, and just women in general. It just seemed like it's just a push to say, look, if you're a woman and you're close, if you're equal with a man as far as whether you're going to do the job, we're going to give it to the woman now. You know,
I mean, but we came a long way with that, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've come a long way with that.
Right. That's a whole nother issue. But just to wrap it back around to the topic of what I'm saying here, you know what I'm saying, with this whole, you know, black women being mad at black men for who we date. You know, being ratchet has never been an issue. Being loud, I found with all different types of races. In fact, I find that Mexican or Latino women usually are louder, in my opinion, than anything. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't even understand, because sometimes they'll switch back and forth. You know, depending on how mad it is, you might get some, you know, some Spanish or some Spanglish in there. You know what I'm saying? So now they're yelling at you, and you don't understand what the they're saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think for me personally, you know, what I look for is compatibility, right? How much of myself can I be around you? Or do I have to kind of either pretend to be somebody or act a certain way? I found myself that normally when when a black woman is attracted to me, I find that I end up having to talk about different things I normally wouldn't talk about. You know, like maybe they watch a certain show that's like I'm not really interested in. It's like, I mean, you black, you're supposed to know this stuff. Or like, I'm not really interested in this. I don't really have any reason to watch it. I'm pretty sure it's good. It just isn't my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Maybe dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not say certain words that may be more useful in, let's say, a different culture. You know, because maybe they don't understand that culture. You know, maybe they're just so, you know, we in the black, you know, let's talk about black stuff, you know. And I'm someone, you know, I have a passport. You know, I've traveled, you know what I'm saying? I like different cultures. I like learning shit. So it comes down to me is compatibility. I find all different types of women attractive. So as far as your point about body parts, I don't give a fuck. We've already been through that. You know, I don't give a fuck. The thing that attracts me is the face and the smile. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a great smile? Yeah. You have a great, you know, and the personality and the smile kind of goes in with that.
Right.
You know, and I used to try and stay black as far as who I seriously dated all up until about my mid-30s. And after my mid-30s.
It wasn't benefiting you to do that.
It wasn't benefiting me through that. I mean, I feel like this is why I don't have any kids right now. It's because I kept hooking up with people that they had an idea of who I was, and then they learned who I was, and maybe they thought, well, man, I need somebody that's more street. You know, I need somebody that's this, that, and the other. And it's kind of like,
I admit
that's
that.
fair, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like how many times I beat myself over the head with that. And I think that once I made the decision to just open myself up, I made the realization that a lot of the women, black women that would have been good for me, they're premium. Thus, they are already taken, which is, you know, just like it's supposed to be. And so I'm not going to be with nobody's wife. That's not me. That's you know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is that's what I mean by, you know, a man having, like, black men are extremely smart. There's nothing I'm going to take away from that. And the fact that you figured all of that out without the help of anybody white, or anybody black. You did that on your own. You said, okay, now this is not benefiting me anymore. I need to open this horizon so that I can be happy later on. I don't have a problem with it. And when I see you in the streets, or if anybody black sees you in the streets, they would never know that you have a white girlfriend or whatever, because you don't act the way that some of these people who on black people act.
Yeah.
You don't act like that.
Definitely
so
not a Carlton.
Don't have an issue.
Definitely not doing that.
We don't have them problems because you're authentic to who you are first.
Right.
And then whatever happens afterwards is, secondary, and then whatever.
Right.
So there's never been an issue with you. Every time you come through the door to get your hair done, it's never no, I'm better than you. Never felt that.
Right.
It's always been exactly what it is today. This is the reason why we've been friends this long without incident. Like, we've never had a falling out.
Right.
So that's why who you date has nothing to do with what my household is doing.
Right.
I don't have any hatred for you or towards you. I just really feel like that the way you came about what you're doing is the right way to do it. Not denouncing black women and on black women.
Right. Because I'm not going to on black women because I still date black women. You know what I mean? I'm not married yet. So, I mean, hey, black women come up. But I think for me, the compatibility was just there with other races, or more, specifically with white women. I find that I have deeper connections. I find like they're more interested in to know who I am and not whether I fit whatever image that they're trying to look for.
Because a black woman probably already thinks she knows who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think there's an element of exoticness when just take anybody, just any mixed race couple.
Well, that's why I travel. So you're right.
So it's like when you, as a black man, if I date a black woman, it's just kind of like we kind of know the like subtypes of each other. So they're gonna know, am I the type of black man that they want to fuck with? I'm gonna know if they're the type of black woman that I want to fuck with. But when you date outside your race, it's almost like, okay, this is a completely different culture. They may not know whether you're a premium black man or you're just someone that,
Bottom barrel.
Right. I would never put myself in the bottom barrel, but hey,
No.
Too much personality on this one. And I do look a little good, you know what I mean? Sure, I got the hair, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. Here we go. That Scorpio
looking
slide
good,
now.
shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Calm
yeah.
down,
This is a
calm
Scorpio show, by the way. It's all big Scorpio energy all throughout this show, both sides here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's just...
Yeah, the whole, to sum it up, to not even to sum it up, to be honest with you, I've never had an issue with white people, period. My issue is with how black people perceive black people about white people. Yeah, you can't come. So I told you this before. Like, if I go to the grocery store and I see a black man with a white woman and I say, hey, what's up? And they look at you with disdain, like I know you ain't speaking to me. Those are the ones that are creating a problem, because it shouldn't be a problem for you to say hi. We're simply saying, hey, what's up? But you talk so bad about the black woman to this white woman that you feel like you can't speak, that you can't look me in the eye, you can't shake my hand, you can't say hi. That's where the problems are. It's not with, I know that these white women out here, some of them think, oh, y'all just mad. Baby, we had it first and we gonna always be on top. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter who, says what and what man you got. We still gonna be premium, like you said. Period. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Because I got plenty to offer.
I got you.
Just because you up now, or they think they up now, because you got what you want, you need to understand that that's going to come with a price, whether you know it this minute or whether you learn it later. And then you'll understand, and we'll be on the same page, because then you'll understand that just because you see it as a black-white thing now is going to hit home later. You got to get to know that person.
But does it really mean does really a white woman having a black man or a white man having a black woman, does that really mean that they up? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
This
is the blowback that I'm getting from the videos. That's what I'm saying. They feel like they got
social
one up
media
on
is
us.
toxic, everybody.
It is.
Let you know.
It's very much so. But that was the whole reason for the topic, because I'm like so controversial, is because these are the videos that I'm looking at. I've never spoke to a white woman who's dating a black man and they said that to me.
I got
It's
you.
never happened. I'm just going strictly off the videos.
I got you. This is what I will say. You know what I mean? It's like, I think, just to stick up with some of the black men, there should be no reason why you are turning your nose up at any black woman. Just because you don't want to date a black woman, understand that one of the parents that you have, is black. And 9 times out of 10, you probably have a black mother. And if you don't have a black mother, if you have any siblings, guess what? They're black. You know what I
Your
mean?
children, they're gonna
right.
be black.
Grandmother, you got a black grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And so whether or not you date a black woman, you shouldn't be turning your nose up to black women, because guess what? They've had a part in raising your ass. They had a part in making sure that you got up to the point to where you could speak and have on clean draws to go ahead and talk to
move
another
around.
woman.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So stop that. Stop that right now. But I will want to challenge that some of my brothers out there, that I understand you may have had some issues with black women. You know, if that is the case, don't project your issues on to someone that you don't even know.
Exactly.
And I'm going to challenge black women to do that as well. Don't project your issues. If you see me pop out with a white woman, a Mexican woman, don't just assume that, oh, that's all I fuck with. It's time to go by.
And I will
You know what I'm
admit
saying?
that's exactly
That's
what we
that's
do.
some bullshit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're single. That's why you're out there single. It's the attitude that you have. You never know. I could have been available for you 4 or 5 months from now, but you're out, and peace. You know, I hope good things for you. You know,
All right, calm down.
Get in the gym. Get in the gym.
What?
Treadmill. You know what I'm talking about.
What?
Anyway.
Oh my God. How did you get to that?
I know, right? Now that seems like but seriously though. But seriously. I would just hope that people, and then we can wrap this up, as people, we get to know the person individually. You have no idea what that person went through and why they got to the steps of having a blended family. You know what I mean?
I agree
And
with
it's
that.
not always about just saying, you know, forget this other race or culture. You know what I mean? It's not that. And I disagree completely with the notion of black men getting with white women because they're easier. I know for a fact it's not easier. It's just a little different, but it still can be some drama. You know what I'm saying? You still may have to fight off other black folks too. Like with a white woman. You may have to, straight up. So it's not as easy. I don't think that we're all just sitting at home playing Madden and shit on a PlayStation. I don't even have a PlayStation. I want one though. You can get me one, but I don't even have one.
That was never directed toward you.
I don't have a
live real life.
PlayStation. I'm over here fucking trying to do podcasting, right? So we're trying to do something here. Real talk. But you know, that's all I would say. That's all I say. And like I said, just to wrap it up, you know, I don't have any kids, but yeah, obviously if I'm dating everybody, you know what I'm saying, I would be okay with my son dating any woman that they want. I would be okay with my daughter dating any man that they want. I would be okay with any mixture of that with the times that we're in right now. Just whatever.
I will say that just talking to you throughout these years, I do agree. I agree with that. When we first started talking about something like this, I don't know how many years ago, I was no. I don't want my sons to look like those people that I see out here acting out because they have a white woman. I don't want my daughters to be out here I was feeling like black women get used or some whatever. I totally and 100% admit that I have a different perspective now. Just talking the West, because I feel like, you bring it in such a way that makes plenty of sense. I'm not looking for white. I'm looking for body. I'm looking for somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just looking for whoever's right for me.
It doesn't have to be white. It just has to be right.
And it never really crossed my mind because I've heard so much negative just from the other people. And it does make sense that if you are nowadays dating somebody who's outside of your race, it could easily be because you're attracted to them. Has nothing to do with, I'm only dating or whatever. So I will take and say that this is something that I'm new to.
Right. I got you. And yes, I do love black women. Don't do me like that. I do love black women.
Get it tatted on
I
your
absolutely
forehead.
love black women, but I love all women too. Yes, I love any color under the skin rainbow. Straight up. Any color under the skin rainbow. All you got to do is just be nice to me and make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Speak to me in my love language. Let me know what your love language is. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and knock that shit out. Like straight up. And that's all I'm saying. So again, we're always going to be talking about this in America. That's what it is. We have a problem with just how we look. You know what I'm saying? It's always an issue. But the reality is, love who you're going to love. And I hope they love you back in the way that you need to be loved. And who cares about what race or nationality that they're going to be under.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what I got to say. Tiara, you have been wonderful. Let me just go ahead and just clap it up for you. Is there anything else that you want to go ahead and just, let the world know?
I do not have anything else to say. I think I've talked
worn
enough.
out. we wore out. You know
enough.
what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I bring people perspective. That's what I do. I'm Starship West. Listen to me, and I will get you right, man. Get you in the right perspective. Whether it's from me or I inspire somebody else to give you some perspective, we're gonna drop it right on your head top. Just like this. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that.
Boom. All right, man. Just so for everybody else, if you got this far, thank you so much. If you want to listen to us on any other, app other than what you listen to us right now, we are available everywhere. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon Music. We're on Audible. We're on iHeartRadio. We're pretty much anywhere. All your major streaming platforms, we're on there. And if we're not on there, let me know. I'll see what I need to do to get it on there. You know what I mean? But other than that, we're going to go ahead and just end the show off here. I hope you enjoyed this last one. Thank you for listening. Please keep listening. And thank you for being a part of the Wolves of Naptown.
Wolves of Naptown. Wolves of Naptown.
Good show. Good show.